news, everyone?
Yeah, sorry, I'm gonna start with these. There was a couple of side notes that Cyclo dropped in the Discord just before I hopped on. Apparently Sony has announced that the full trilogy for the Final Fantasy VII remake is going to be Sony exclusive. I guess I didn't realize how much they were breaking that remake up. But yeah, apparently it's gonna be it's all gonna be on Sony exclusively. Wait, how have they been releasing it right now? Do you remember, Cyclo? Are they legit like releasing the first two parts and then the third part's gonna be like Yo, Casper, what's happening, buddy? Welcome on in, man. Remake. On the OG release? Oh, the disc. Oh, yeah, the way that they're breaking it up. Okay, so wait, but I'm saying, how are they gonna make it a Sony exclusive? You know, I don't know. Maybe we'll see. And then Ghost of Tsushima is gonna be coming to PC. That's pretty cool. Sony is definitely trying to make that push of getting more of their stuff into onto PC and stuff now. But yeah, what's happening, Casper? How you doing, man? How was your streams the other day? I was going to bed last night, and it's about 1:30 here in the morning, and I was like, I've been staying up a little late. I'm in vacation mode, even though it hasn't really been vacation mode. I mean, whatever. But so I'm going to bed, and and my phone's going off, and I'm like, oh, someone's going live. Who's going live? Oh, it's Casper. So hopefully those were some awesome streams, man. But yeah, let's go ahead and jump into this first one. Apparently Xbox and Best Buy are launching a SpongeBob inspired special edition Xbox bundle. So this is the said Xbox for All-Star Nickelodeon All-Star Brawl. Damn, that's kind of sad. I thought it was gonna be for like a SpongeBob game or something. That's funny. Xbox, Best Buy, and Paramount Game Studios and Game Mill are joining forces to give SpongeBob SquarePants fans a new game, or a new way to game. Though Xbox drops on the Best Buy. Why am I saying Xbox? Though Best Buy drops are on Best Buy's mobile app, fans will have the exclusive opportunity to bring home an Xbox Series X Nickelodeon All-Star Brawl 2 Special Edition bundle, which includes a custom designed console inspired by SpongeBob SquarePants himself. It also contains a controller. You know, it looks pretty cool, especially if you're like a SpongeBob fan. Like, why not, right? Any party chat to work on OBS last night? Dang, I'm glad it was okay though. 1 year exclusive before PC, no Nintendo or Xbox. Oh, so that's for the Final Fantasy remake stuff, right? So I'm still confused how the hell that's gonna work. So are those not on any other console right now at all? So yeah, if you're trying to get into the SpongeBob Xbox, I mean, go ahead and check it out. Apparently it's on the Best Buy mobile app though. Is the only way to get it? I don't know. Yeah, he's doing pretty okay right now. Listen, he's doing as good as he can be. I think he's still gonna not be having a little bit of a rough time, but he'll have a little bit to go still, you know. It would be that Xbox. Yeah, I feel like if I was gonna buy an Xbox, I want it to be themed or something. Yeah, I agree with that though. but I won't. Yeah, I don't have any need to buy an Xbox. I don't feel like there's nothing on Xbox that's not on PC, at least for the most part, you know. I can't think of like an Xbox exclusive that I can even think about that I would want to buy an Xbox for, that I wouldn't just have a PC for, you know. And I feel like that's just, I mean, not a bad thing for Microsoft. I feel like that's Halo, I guess. But isn't Halo on PC as well, though? I mean, I'm just talking about me. An Elgato capture card. Yeah, that's what I use, Casper, and it's great, buddy. Really hold myself back from Helldivers, bro. I was just telling Vash about this too. I've been watching a couple people play Helldivers. Man, I'm really trying to not get into it because it looks so good. God, it looks good. All right, Steam page to promote Japanese games launched by a Japanese government-related organization. I'm gonna go ahead and say I have no idea what this is. I read the title and I still don't understand. Do you love Japanese games? A feature page to promote games made in Japan has been launched on Steam by an agency related to the Japanese government. Oh, okay. That's pretty cool. I don't mind that at all. Why not? For those who love Japanese games, a new feature page has been launched on Steam to promote games made in Japan. The Made in Japan games market page can be already found on Steam and features about 100 titles from 43 Japanese companies. It also features a dedicated sale that will start on March 18th and end on March 25th to coincide with the Game Developers Conference of 2024. See it for other countries. Yeah, if there's one of those ones like that you really enjoy specifically, that's great. Government's now supporting gaming industries because it's probably money, as you would say, my friend. A Digit Now 4K USB 3.0 capture card. Yeah, I don't know that one specifically, Casper. Doesn't mean it's a bad thing, though. Oh. I know this song. I just don't know this version of this song. This is very cool. Singapore and UK does it. Yeah, like I said, it's probably a good reason. But yeah, so this is like, so anybody who doesn't use like a PC specifically to game, like I would say what the biggest market for games and stuff is Steam, and that's kind of what they're talking about. It's just like a game store or whatever. Like on PlayStation, you use the PlayStation Store or whatever. That's just kind of like how that whole thing works. And on PC, there's a ton of different, ones you can use. I just know Steam is one of the biggest ones, if not the biggest one. And so now Steam is going to have a dedicated page where you can find games made just in Japan, which is pretty interesting. It works okay. Yeah, an Elgato one might be a little better then. I've never had problems, or not real problems with my Elgato ones. Just some finicky things that I've had to kind of clean up on my end that are not necessarily the problem of the Elgato capture card. The initiative comes from JETRO, Japanese External Trade Organization, a Japanese government-related organization founded in 1958 with the mission of promoting mutual trade and investment between Japan and the rest of the world. I think this is pretty cool. I think this is, I would love to see more countries be able to do this, so that way you can kind of be able to, I don't know, like I feel like this could be really interesting to be able to show you some like really great devs and stuff from specific places that are not always in the place that you live, which is kind of cool. It's always good to kind of get those different views and things like that. And then when you find like different things like that, I think you could have some really cool stuff, you know? Can't get my PS5 party chat to work with it. I know party chat is weird, man. I know Vash and I worked with it a little bit, where there was a whole thing you have to like each person on each side of the party chat has to say that they allow their voice to be recorded and stuff. And like I think that's like a part of, maybe that's not a thing. That doesn't make sense because I think that's just in recordings. I don't know what else Spain is doing. Right, man. Exactly. And that's kind of what I'm thinking is like when you play a game from like a place that you don't normally get to play from, or stuff like that, where you're like, oh, this is really cool. I want to see more from like this country or these devs and stuff like that. It just makes it a little easier to kind of have them congregated. And of course, you don't have to, you don't have to go to that page and see those things like that. You can kind of do it whatever way you would like to. So. If I made a video game about anything, who would be interested in playing it? Listen, I'm always down to play. If a viewer ever, or somebody that I know, not just the viewer, of course, ever makes a game, I'm 100% playing it. I know Plenty was talking about she was working on a game for a little while, so I'm always down. All right, this next one is for, this was super cool. So this like came out just a couple days ago. It was like right after Dune 2 came out, which I saw last week. I'm gonna go ahead and tell you guys, Dune Part 2, phenomenal. If you get a chance and you're interested in it, you should go see it, and you should see it in theaters though, if you can do it. I know, who was I talking to? I think it was Gaster the other day. Gaster was saying that he gets really bothered by specifically people sounds and stuff, so he has a hard time going out and going to theaters and stuff. But holy crap, damn, it's intense. Yeah, it's very good, Cherry. I'm so excited to watch both of them back to back in like a 7-hour just spectacular to make a video game. Hey, that's a great goal. Try and make something small, something just just get your feet wet on it. So yeah, they right after around that time there's this whole announcement that they were gonna do some kind of Dune live stream thing, but it was for this game. So this is Dune Awakening, Survive Arrakis.
Arrakis is a test. Few survive it. Arrakis is a test. Few survive it. But the humans that do awaken.
Oh, all right. Oops, I don't want to turn that down. So yeah, this is pretty interesting. I I think this looks pretty cool. I agree. I'm excited that it's survival, but it's also an MMO, which is gonna mean that, God, it's gonna be a pain. I'm not sure how this is gonna be. But I'm very excited to check it out. It also seems like it's borrowing like some of the new Dune stuff and some of the older Dune stuff, you know. So the sandworm looks a little different in this than it does in the movies, but it looks like how it did, and I think in the old movies. So interesting. First thing I'm gonna learn is coding. Hey, not a bad idea. You could definitely some of the new software and stuff, you don't even have to know coding quite as much. So interesting. It does look pretty cool though. I'm excited to see more. Yeah, I thought this looks really fun. Could be a really good time, or it could just be a lot of people being dicks. It also depends. Like, so you're like building like a base and stuff, of course, but I just wonder if like if you leave your base, like, are people just able to like come up and mess up your shit? Like, that's always not fun. I think that if they want to do something like that, they should just make your base the safe space, and then let you go out, and that be the scary spot. 12 more shots in the left leg. Dang. How did the EEG go, if you don't mind me asking? Hopefully it was good stuff, man. A common enemy. Yeah. The make your base. Correct. I think what is the Sakaar? It's not a Sakaar, right? The Skarsgårds? Bro, that is so close to what I'm trying to think of. What the Emperor's people were. I can't remember what they are called. Find out next Wednesday. All right, nice. Yeah, I cannot remember what the Emperor's people were called. The Skarsgårds. I mean, it's pretty close though. Also, if you guys haven't seen in Dune Part 2, there is a Skarsgård, so you know. But Austin Butler is in it as well. I mean, I don't think this is like a spoiler or anything, but not that this part should be the spoiler either, but he does talk. I know that's crazy. Apparently he had a vocal coach who was trying to teach him how to sound like a Skarsgård. Yeah, he definitely sounds like him. There's always a Skarsgård and a man with a beard. Sometimes they are the same. That's true. Sometimes, man. That's true. There was lots of mans with beards in Dune Part 2. Was Skarsgård with beard. Yeah, that's true. I forgot about Northman. I wanted to watch Northman, and I didn't hear many good things about it, which kind of worried me a little bit. I think it was Skarsgård and Nicole Kidman, which is kind of an interesting duo. So interesting. Nah, it's good. Okay, cool. I wanted to watch that and The Green Knight. I really wanted to watch Green Knight. And a Dafoe. Oh, then it's definitely good. There's no way it's bad with a Dafoe in there. Switch emulator creator settles Nintendo lawsuit for $2.4 million. And what's her name from the chess thing? Oh, she's in that as well? Really? Anya Taylor-Joy, is that who it is? What movie that was kind of disturbing? It was The Barbarian. Ooh, I don't know if I know The Barbarian. Damn, Anya Taylor-Joy is in a lot of those A24 movies. Is the Northman A24? I might be just saying that. It may not actually be. Oh, it sure isn't. Oops. Well, I'm thinking of. I know the Green Knight is. That's probably what I'm thinking of. Oh, apparently Bjork is in it as well, huh? Interesting. Green Knight is also good. Green Knight is the only one I wanted to. I mean, I definitely wanted to see the Northman, but it's a horror movie. Oh, the Barbarian is. Oh man, that doesn't sound good. Barbarian. Oh, just came out a couple years ago. Oh, guess who's in it? If you're guessing Bill Skarsgård, you're correct. Man, there really is always a Skarsgård, huh? That's in the Barbarian, just in case anybody was asking. See? I do see. Also, Justin Long. What an interesting choice there. Always a Skarsgård. Isn't the new Crow Skarsgård? Yeah. Yeah, and when I was going to see my, when I was getting my tattoo and stuff done, my tattoo guy was like, did you guys see the pictures of the new Crow? And I was like, oh yeah, I did, buddy. He looks terrible. And he was very much like, I'm gonna see how it goes, you know, I don't know. And I was like, that's a really nice way of thinking about it, man. He's way more open-minded than I am. I saw it and I was like, this looks just as corny as the old one. The creator of popular Nintendo Switch emulator has settled a Nintendo lawsuit and agreed to pay $2.4 million in damages. Tropic Haze, the creator of the Switch emulator Yuzu, that was sued by Nintendo last month. The platform holder had claimed that Yuzu was facilitating piracy at a colossal scale. I love that that's what they can claim. Piracy at a colossal scale. On Monday, the two parties mutually agreed on a monetary settlement and permanent injunction. As part of the judgment by the U.S. District Courts of Rhode Island, Tropic Haze was issued with a permanent injunction preventing it from offering or marketing Yuzu or any of its source code in the future. So they're going to be shut down with paying Nintendo $2.4 million. I know we talked about this a little bit as it was kind of getting brought up, whatever it was, like last week, and I'm kind of gonna stand the same spot I stood before. I don't know what I feel about emulating the Switch. I don't necessarily think it's like a terrible thing. I'm not. I guess I think my initial thoughts were, if you're still making games for it, I'm not a huge fan of doing that. But as you know, systems and consoles kind of go offline and they start to become, you know, you can't always use them the same way, I kind of become a little bit more open to, you know, being able to emulate and stuff like that, especially when games and stuff aren't readily available by the company that makes them. I'm gonna go back to it. I know I talked about it last time, but my point was Wind Waker. That is a game that was on GameCube originally, and then they made a Wii U HD version, which was like a slight remake or whatever, and they did some quality of life stuff. There is no other place to get that game right now. If you have a GameCube, great, you can play it if you have the disc. If you have a Wii U, great, you can play it if you have the disc. But if you want to go on and have one of those and buy it, you know, somewhere else, there's no other way to do it. So those kind of things I kind of get a little bit like, if you can't make your stuff readily available, then I think that I'm pretty open with, you know, there being an option to archive and you know, as long as you own the game. I get my point too was like, Nintendo, just let me pay for the games, bro. Make it easy. So I guess this is just, I mean, I'm not super upset about this. I didn't use Yuzu, and even if I did, I wouldn't tell you I did. But I have a Switch. Like, why would I do that? I don't know. Its members are also prevented from creating any future software that circumvents Nintendo's technical protections, and Tropic Haze must surrender all website domains and information related to its emulator. So, yeah, I know when we were kind of going over this, like, it was pretty weird how much, like, Nintendo, like, they were, like, really monitoring Yuzu and, like, Yuzu's Patreon and stuff, too. Like, they were like, we saw this huge spike during this time, and it was this percent more than this. And you're like, bro, how do you know all this? I don't know. It was very weird to me, but it's not a surprise to me that Yuzu lost this case, or that they settled on this. I think they knew that there was no way that they were going to go up against Nintendo and win this, and they kind of were like, yeah, let's figure out a way we can just kind of make our break here, which is cool. I think that's a smart move from Yuzu, and hopefully the company Tropic Haze or whatever, hopefully they can do something, you know, something slightly different, but still be able to kind of contribute to a similar cause. Maybe not emulating Switch, because I think that they are officially banned from doing that. Yeah, of course, there will always be somebody else. And like I said, if at some point when the Switch becomes obsolete and they stop making games for it, and there's no way to access their online store anymore, which will be a while, I think I start to become more and more open to those things being available, especially because of archival purposes. Letting those things kind of die is I think a bad idea, especially if they're not like on the original hardware, but they're, you know, emulating the original hardware. Like I said, I think there's some value to that. Let's keep on going. What? No, thank you. Okay. I need to bring this one up a little bit. My eyes are not that good. Apple's about to face Apple's about face on right to repair. So they're 180 on right to repair. Got it. After years of opposing right to repair bills on IP and consumer protection grounds, the second most valuable company in the world by market cap made international news last year for endorsing a right to repair bill in California. That company, I believe, is Apple. I don't want to make any assumptions, but they haven't said it, but I'm gonna make some assumptions here. But Apple's support for legislation that ends its monopoly on iPhone device repairs has run into a major test in Oregon, where lawmakers are attempting to pass what could be the strongest repair law protecting consumers in the U.S. SB 1596. Oh, apparently that's the bill. The bill passed the Senate in February. Apple's senior manager for security design, John Perry, has testified against the legislation at multiple public hearings this year. He told Oregon House lawmakers in a hearing this week that legislation will prevent the company from protecting its customers from the possibility that its phones may explode. Wait, what? Their thought is, if somebody repairs the phone wrong, that the phone could explode. I mean, that's true, but like, is that what you're worried about, or are you worried about the money? The risk to consumers is not theoretical, he told lawmakers, saying 90% of third-party smartphone batteries don't meet the standards required of Apple. According to Perry, Apple needs to be able to tell their consumers that if they use a third-party battery, it may result in a thermal event. Yeah, I mean, I think you could just tell them that. I think you can, whatever. Like I think you could, if you're Apple, I think you can back right right to repair, and also use scare tactics to make sure people buy stuff from you. I know that sounds scummy, and it is, but like, if that's what you're worried about, you could totally do it. A runaway thermal event for a lithium-ion battery is a sudden and catastrophic experience that can result in bodily harm and property damage, Perry said. Pressed on this later by Representative Nathan Sosa, the committee's vice chair, Perry admitted that an exploding phone as a result of a non-Apple battery is a rare event. Right. This isn't something that happens to dozens of people every few hours, he said. We display the warning message because, while the risk may be small, it is catastrophic. Right. I think people kind of remember, at least somewhat so. Samsung had some battery issues quite a few years back now, but they had some phones that were exploding, and yeah, like it wasn't. I mean, it was not great, but like it wasn't that bad. Apple's opposition to the Oregon bill, Perry said, has to do with the new requirements on part pairing. Currently, Apple requires the use of first-party components in the repair process. This drives up cost for consumers. Replacing a cracked screen through Apple costs about $200 more than getting it repaired by an independent repair shop using a third-party screen. That's not even counting Apple Care, the company's 2-year, $200 device insurance that replaces batteries and screens for free, and brought in nearly $9 billion in revenue during 2020. Right. So, like, my thought was that they're definitely just kind of like worried that people are going to go and buy parts from somewhere else, and they're like, well, they're not up to our spec. Like, is that the problem, or is it the money that's the problem? Because yeah, if people aren't buying the Apple Care in 2020, they made $9 billion off of that. So now they're not making that $9 billion. Is, yeah, it hurts. I know it's not going to be the thing that sinks Apple, but they have a lot of things that they've built their business on, you know. And this is not anything just to slam Apple. That's just what it is. iFixit, a website that sells part components and puts together repair guides for consumers, found that 7 different iPhone parts can cause issues during the repair process. This means that some major parts, including the battery, display, and both the front and back facing cameras, can trigger issues even when swapped between identical iPhones of the same generation. On the other hand, Stephen Nickel, the director of devices and services operations at Google, testified in support of the Oregon bill. The bill provides a victory for consumers who want affordable repair options, for the environment and its emphasis on sustainability, and for companies that believe that repairability truly matters to all of us. So, lots of going on here, but essentially, yeah, we're gonna have to see what ends up really happening here too, what they end up doing. But I get it. I get it why they're doing it. It's gonna affect their bottom line, even if it is not a ton, but even if it's something, they still want to keep that in pocket. And I know that I mean the guy brings up like the exploding phone, batteries and stuff. Like, that is a legitimate concern, I think, to Apple, because of they want their phones to always look spectacular. And if some dumbass puts like a phone or a battery in wrong and it explodes, next thing people are saying is like, oh, well, Apple's phones are exploding. And like, well, no, but it was a repaired phone. But Apple doesn't care that'll be like, oh, that'll be the sub headline. They're like, no, the headline's going to be Apple phones are exploding. So there is a bunch of things to it. I get it. It's just, I think Apple's got to, I don't know. I was going to say, I feel like Apple's got to open up, but I feel like that's a losing battle to try and pretend like they're going to do They're not going to be like, yes, we see it, guys. We want you guys to have the best parts at affordable price. They're like, no, we want you to buy from us. And also don't fuck it up. Yeah, I think only recently were they were even allowing people to like repair their own phones. Like you had to take it somewhere to repair it. And of course, like you could do a bunch of stuff, but like I think Apple like does a thing where they lock their phones out. Like if you open it up, like the phone knows you opened it up, and if you swap it out with not genuine parts and stuff, like it like won't boot back up correctly, and there's a bunch of weird shit like that. It's wild. I'm not a huge fan of it, but it's definitely making them money, so that's something, I guess. All right, let's jump into this next one. Warner Bros. Discuss volatile AAA console games will lean into the free-to-play and mobile. All right. During a recent Morgan Stanley speaking event, Warner Bros. Discovery game boss JB Perrette discussed some of the company's strategy for games going forward, and it includes more live service, mobile, and free-to-play games. I don't know about any of that, but yeah, they want the money, and then I don't and don't want the iPhone explodes headlines. Yeah, I know that that's a big part of it, but like I said, they definitely do some weird stuff with like opening your phones and stuff. I know it used to be a thing. It may not be anymore as they've kind of opened that up a little bit, but I know like there was some weird stuff that they were definitely doing at one point. But yeah, like I said, I get it. As like if I was a company, I'd probably want to do the same. Like I'd be very protective of my stuff, but it's also, you know, if you're kind of forcing people to have to pay a ton of extra money, yeah, I feel like if they had a way to be like, hey, you know what, we can repair that phone, and it's going to be not at a ridiculous, it's not going to be cheap, but it's not going to be ridiculous, because it's pretty ridiculous right now. I think that people would be more on board, but there will always be people who want to like tinker with their own stuff, you know? That's just part of it. He said, we're doubling down on games as an area where we think there is a lot more growth opportunity that we can tap into the IP that we have and some of the capabilities we have on the studio where we're uniquely positioned as both a publisher and a developer of games. So this is all kind of coming about because of the partially because of the Suicide Squad stuff, which they're getting a season 1 pretty soon, which is interesting. I'm interested to see if that'll help them at all. Perrette said WBD's recent gaming output has focused on AAA games for consoles, and that's great when a game like Hogwarts Legacy sells 22 million copies and becomes the best-selling game of the year. But this kind of success is never guaranteed in what Perrette says is a volatile market. He pointed out that one of WBD's biggest games, Suicide Squad Kill the Justice League, was a disappointment for the category or the company. Correct it was. Also, I really want to make sure I know what the hell this means. Volatile, liable to change rapidly and unpredictably, especially for the worst. All right. I just want to make sure that we all know that, you know? At Hogwarts, I mean, they are really hanging their hats on that game too. Like they're like, it's crazy when we sell this huge game and it's great and everything, and then they're like, and everything else sucks. WD is nuts. Oh my gosh. I didn't even read it that way. Sorry, I was like, Warner Brothers Discovery is nuts. Yeah, they are resting everything on that game right now. Still, they're like, it's great when we have a game like this and it becomes the best-selling game of the year, you know. And then we have Suicide Squad, you know, that game. They're trying to really pretend like Suicide Squad's not necessarily a game, but like, hey guys, remember we made that Hogwarts game and how good it was? So the plan going forward, he said, is to help reduce volatility by focusing on core franchises and bringing at least one of them to the mobile and free-to-play space, as well as continue to invest in live service games that people play and spend money on over a long period of time. This will help WBD generate more consistent revenue. He said, going on to tease that WDB has some new mobile free-to-play games coming this year. Also worth noting is that just because WDD may push into new places, that doesn't necessarily mean it will stop making big single-player AAA games. Yeah, I wanted to bring, so all that is whatever. Oh my god, hold on, wait, I was gonna skip ahead here, but nope, I just want to bring this up because it's hilarious again. Rather than just launching a one and done console game, how do we develop a game around, for example, a Hogwarts Legacy or Harry Potter that's a live service where people can live and work and build and play in a world that is ongoing, that is in an ongoing basis? Bro, they fucking love that Hogwarts fucking, I know that it's their crowning game at this point, but good fucking Christ, get over your fucking self. Oh yeah, so they went on to say that WBD is uniquely positioned because it has popular brands. He singled out Mortal Kombat, Game of Thrones, Harry Potter, and DC as its biggest. So if you were thinking, man, I'm so upset that they really fucked up Suicide Squad, don't worry, they have 3 more that they can really fuck around with, like Mortal Kombat and Game of Thrones and Harry Potter. So more things, more great IPs that they have no idea how to deal with or actually use in any kind of meaningful way. Perfect, great, grand, wonderful even. That is so fucking sad. All right, I'm not gonna keep on going on about this. I don't. WBD. Sorry, I want to make sure that I'm saying their whole name here. They're gonna be reeling for a little bit here because of the whole thing with Suicide Squad, and I'm interested to see how Suicide Squad ends up working for them once they get season 1 kind of going, because they're bringing in a season 1 and then they're doing a new character. I think it's like Joker or something. I'm sorry if this is spoilers. I think people don't care, I don't think. I know, but yeah, I'm interested to see if that'll help boost them or something. Gameplay is very rough. Yeah, it sucks. I watched a person do a edited playthrough of it, but like I watched a person do it was probably like a 3-hour cut of the game, and they just played from beginning to end and stuff. It was fine. I mean, it was one of those things I was like, damn, I am so glad I'm not playing this. They eventually said like, yeah.
Someone there?
What's up, Aiden? Bro, what's going on? Yeah, make sure you guys check out the Discord for that sweet photo. They eventually said that they settled on one character that they liked playing as. They leveled that one character up or just like worked with that one character. So that character was really great. And then they just didn't mess with any of the other characters. But then they said like all of the mission types are shit, that they just become like redundant, like super redundant and everything. Damn, look at the sick arm tattoo. Yeah, you guys want to see it? Make sure, like I said, you're over in the Discord. Link is in the chat. Of course, Aiden. Thank you so much, buddy. Thank you so much for the flash. Thank you so much for lurking. So yeah, they were like, yeah, all the redundant missions in a AAA unheard of. I know, man. I know, but like really, I guess to like a whole nother level. Like they were getting real bad apparently. And they have escort missions. Remember when games did escort missions and then we all just decided that's a stupid idea and we shouldn't do that? Me too. But a game in 2023 came out and said, nah, we should go back to doing those again. All right. Oh, Plenty. I don't know if you saw this, Plenty. I have bad news about Helldivers then. Uh-oh. Is there escort missions in Helldivers, bro? Are you kidding me? Don't do this to me. Or are you talking about the redundancy of the missions? Because I'm okay with that. I understand. That's a shooty game. I get it. Well, that's unfair because so is Suicide Squad. But the game actually looks fun. But still guns. Ooh. Yeah, I don't like escort missions. Damn, that does make me a little upset. It's all right. I'll grin and bear those escort missions for Super Earth. They are probably avoidable. Yeah, I've seen most of the missions and stuff you can kind of avoid and stuff. But yeah, so I wanted to bring this one up because this one's super cool. I guess if you don't really want to see who the cast of The Last of Us Season 2 is, I guess avoid this. I know that you can see everything, but I mean, sorry. For democracy. That's right. For Super Earth. I love Super Earth. It's such a good name. HBO's Last of Us Season 2 has added 4 new cast members. And they have mentioned exactly who they are. Danny Ramirez, Ariella Barrer, Tati Gabrielle, and Spencer Lord have all joined the series. I'm sorry if I messed up anybody's names. The actors portray the characters Manny, Mel, Nora, and Owen, respectively. So our man Danny right here is going to be oh my god, Manny. Ariella is going to be Mel. Tati is going to be Nora, and Spencer is going to be Owen. Ooh, you know what? I haven't looked. Did I not post the one for today? Let me take a look real quick. Oh. Yeah, they were doing them every day for a little bit there. Ooh, Old Fatalis? Old Fatalis is 15. Is that one been dropped in the Discord yet? I didn't look. Is that today? It is today's. So I'll throw that over there real quick. Let me go to their thing though. Yeah, I don't need all the sounds. Safajiva. Safajiva. God, I want a Dose remake. Is White Fatalis from Dose? Dang, he does look pretty sick. For you and GU. Yeah, wasn't everybody in GU? What was the one that everybody was like in? And probably one of the Frontiers. Maybe it was Frontier. I think everybody was in Frontier. Man, you know what I was thinking the other day? So Vash and I have been playing Valheim over on our duo channel, The Wolf and the Kid. And we've been getting a little frustrated and we're feeling, but we're not feeling it sometimes. I think we might try and maybe alternate that game with something else a little bit to try and kind of keep offsetting it a little bit. We'll see. But I was thinking, I was like, damn, wish we had some Monster Hunter stuff to do. God, 2025 can't come soon enough. So yeah, I'm sorry. I've been trying to post those in the oh, excuse me, in the Discord as much as I can too. Whenever I get a chance to drop the countdown, they've been on Instagram. I know that they're I know that they're not always not everybody's on Instagram, but I'm trying that, and they might be somewhere else, but I have been dropping them in there. So they're going to be doing 20 to 11 on Instagram right now, and I'll drop those every time I can kind of remember to get them. If anybody else sees them and wants to drop them in there, I'd appreciate as well. If you're taking down Alatreon, bro, I did it blindfolded. Got him. No, I have not actually. Oh, I heard about that. I bet you did, man. It's going pretty hard through the man. You got good press? No, we should do it though. That's a good one, man. We should do it. One of these weekdays or weekends. We should definitely we should hit it. Man, that's a good call. Or work towards it. Yeah, for sure. I after I got that I think I have all the armor I needed and the sword I wanted in world. I think I just need to actually build my build now, so we could definitely do it. And I know that's like a weird one too, right? It's not a normal fight. So, but yeah, so I'm pretty excited. These are all these cast members look pretty great. I'm excited to see. I'm excited to see what happens. You know, I'm excited for that season. It's not that weird. I thought there was some slight gimmicks to that fight or something. I don't remember exactly though. I think I tried once and got my ass handed to me, but I was also pretty low level at that time. Like I was just barely ready to be able to do it. Yeah, man, I would definitely be down to trying it again. I feel like I got to get better at World because that's how I feel like Wilds is going to be. Wilds is going to be just World again. Then it's just regular hunt. Oh, okay. Yeah, I knew there was like a gimmick about taking on like specific attributes and stuff during his attacks and then being able to give them back to him or something. I can't remember exactly, but yeah, I'm excited. We'll I'll throw it out to Vash. I know he's not able to hang out tonight. He may be listening. I don't know if he's hanging out or something, but yeah, I would definitely love to do another world stream sometime soon. Just some elemental DPS checks. Dang. A decades old beer ad stitched straight into the original Star Wars movies goes viral. Bros, I just saw this the other day and it legitimately is no notes. No effing notes. I can do it with a Thunderhorn, so it's fine. Bro, I have that Brachii Dios, that Raging Brachii sword, so I'm probably okay then. A controversial advertising campaign that cut Chilean beer commercials into key scenes from the original Star Wars trilogy has surfaced online, going viral some 20 years after their first broadcast. Guys, I just want to show this to you because it is... You're gonna kill us all. Oh, sorry. That's not elemental? Really? Hey, Sheeb, what's happening? Is that the amazing, beautiful, wonderful? Sheeb, what is happening, buddy? It is me. Oh, thank you. I was just about to do a little shout out for Sheeb. Please, guys, make sure you guys are checking Sheeb out. Sheeb, how are you doing, buddy? Sheeb has been real busy and been taking a little bit of a break, and it's hurt my heart because I don't get to see much Sheeb, but it's also filled my heart because he's getting to do things that are I think so much better than what we're doing over here. My life is a chaotic mess, but I'm surviving. You know what felt, buddy? I was just I was telling everybody on stream, I'm not gonna recap it for everything, but I had to take one of my cats to the ER yesterday. It wasn't anything like that was actually ER related. Like he wasn't dying, but it was one of those things that, man, anytime your animals are sick, man, it sucks. So yeah, it's been a rough few days. So I mean, it's been a while, a rough while now, but definitely over the last couple of days. So hey, no problem, buddy, no problem. But I know, as a pet enthusiast as well, I know. Yeah, I'm really hoping that's not going to be the case. Our cat I think he's almost 8, which is actually surprising to us. We didn't realize he's actually almost 8 now. He's not old, 8 is not very old for a cat, but he was the runt of his litter, and we took him because we love him. And he's had some little issues here and there. He did get blood work yesterday, and they ruled out that it's not like kidney or liver disease or whatever. So 19? Okay, well, you're making me feel better, man. She's being pissed at God now. Hey, that's awesome. Yeah, I'm hoping if I can get another 8 years out of him, I'd be so happy. It's never gonna be long enough, but sorry, I know we've been getting off track. Let me jump back over here. I want to show you guys this Chiliad ad. This thing is absolutely hilarious, guys. Let me get this a little bigger for you, and let me bring in the sounds.
You fought in the Clone Wars?
Yes. I was once a Jedi Knight, the same as your father.
I wish I'd known him.
He was the best star pilot in the galaxy. And a cunning warrior. I understand you've become quite a good pilot yourself. And he was a good friend. Which reminds me, I have something here for you. Your father wanted you to have this when you were old enough.
Cerveza Cristal. Cerveza Cristal.
Let me remind you guys, this is not fake. This is real. 20 years ago, in Chile, they didn't want to cut to breaks because I think it was like they thought it hurt viewership or something. So they made ads directly tied into the movies so that you could not tell. Oh my God, it made me laugh so hard. I love it so much. Original trilogy is the shit. Fight me. I don't think anybody's gonna fight you on that, man. Original trilogy, great. The prequel trilogy, not as great. Not even close. Your father wanted you to have this when you were old enough. I know, right? They cut it so perfectly too. They were like, yes, we know what we're doing. And I was like, oh my God. And I think, oh yeah, there was at least this one too. Okay, yeah, let's check this one out too. Sorry, this one's not as good, but it's still pretty good.
Sí, te lo aseguro. Estamos a salvo de tus amigos aquí.
Su debilidad es su exceso de confianza.
Tu fe en tus amigos es la tuya.
Es inútil resistir, hijo mío.
Cerveza Cristal.
Still good. I love that was their choice, was that they're like, We can't cut away. We need to just have the ads be integrated into the movie, guys. You know I like it. I said, I swear, I saw that. How that affected the cloning process. Oh, it probably just made it happen a lot quicker. Oh, was there another one? Oh, really? Are you kidding me? I didn't even see this one. Hold on. All right. One more, guys. I don't know what this one is.
Cerveza cristal. Cerveza cristal.
Cervista Cristal. I love that these are coming back up now. And people are just like, I love this. Oh my God, that is so good. It's so good. They definitely need to figure out how to do this more often. This is cinematic gold. Why can't they do this everywhere? Some clever marketers out there. Yeah, I saw this and I was like, listen, is it news? No, it's 20 years old, but it's absolutely hilarious. Crystal beer, for the record. I had a feeling that it was crystal. I didn't know it meant beer, but perfect name, silly name, but hey. Oh, but it works in their little jingle. Their jingle is so good. Around 2003 in Chile, when the original Star Wars trilogy began airing on television, they did this funny thing to avoid cutting to commercial breaks. They stitched the commercials into the films themselves. I love this so much. God, I'm so glad you got to be here for that, Sheeb. Then I'm so glad that you got to see it. I just wanted to share this with everybody. There's not even much to say about it. Other than it's hilarious. It's amazing. It's perfect. Cerveza is beer in Spanish. Yeah, very, very awesome. Also, Sheeb, just since you're here and we're talking about Spanish things, I mean, obviously, I did finish Gris. Bro, it is, I think, the best game I've played probably all year, and probably going to be all year at this point. I don't think there's any way that it changes. Sorry. Cyclo throwing memes in the meme channel. And it's the chest burster and Alien, except it's a Cristal beer coming out of the man's chest. That game, it's a ride. Yeah, that whole ending, like, slight spoilers for Gris, if anybody. I'm not going to go into too much detail, but like when you go into the black and white area at the towards the end, and then you kind of go up into that last little section where you're kind of going into the stars and stuff. Bro, there was tears. Oh, there was tears, my dude. I'm looking forward to their next game. Yeah, Cyclo and I are Cyclo turned me onto that, and he was getting me onto onto their next game when it came out. When they announced it, like when did they announce that game? I can't remember, but that game looked great. I'm really excited for it, even more so now though. God, that's a good meme, bro. Sorry, I looked back over again. Let me hit it with a couple of emotes and head back into the Mondstadt. Cry for way too long. It's so good, and I feel like, oh man, I don't know. There is so much about that game. I was editing it. Sorry, let me bring that back down here. I wanted to see. I have it in there in the wish list, I think. I was editing the VOD for that, man. Oh man, tears again. What is that game, Cyclo? their next game. Oh my god, man. Last Guardian? I'm not kidding you. That game hit me really hard. Oh, it's Neva. Oh, why did I think it was something else? Or is that that's the team, right? Oh, no, that is the game. Sorry. Let me add it to my wish list. It was not in my thing. I know that wasn't aimed at me. Oh, no problem. I just don't want to make you do the work if you don't. Bro, you're here to hang out and stuff. But if you have the knowledge, no matter. Thank you. Appreciate that. I threw it into the wish list. I forgot to put it on there. Memes. All right, man. I'll take a look in a second. Last Guardian, man. There is 3 games I've now cried on stream for. Last Guardian, Gris, and Journey. And Journey was not one that I thought was ever gonna happen. Is this for real? Are you kidding me? Bro, this is such an edit, but it's still great. I still love it. All right, hold on. Cyclos found us another one here, apparently. Refused to play games I cried to on stream, and then I chose Final Fantasy 15. I expect more crying. Really interesting. I don't know much about 15. I just know 15 is the boys group. I'm pretty sure, right? And I would definitely be interested in seeing why that's. I've never played a Final Fantasy game, so apparently person said caught the first Dune on Chilean TV the other night. Can't believe they're still at it. I don't believe this is even for a second real, but let's take a look. Like I said, I don't believe for a second, not even for a second, that this is real, but it's a good edit. The relationship between those guys is amazing. The story is meant, but the battle system, but the character building is top notch. Oh, very nice, man. Yeah, I don't know much about it. I don't play much Final Fantasy games. I probably won't ever play a Final Fantasy game, and I'm not here to poo-poo anybody who does enjoy them, though. But that is really interesting to hear. I think at some point Vash may play 15, so I'd be more than interested to watch that. Still haven't seen the new Dune films? You should. I've read several of the books, though. Does that count? It probably does. They vary a little bit. They changed a little bit. I think you should watch the films. The films are really, really good, my dude. I just watched part 2 on Thursday last week. I know it just came out like Thursday last week, but I saw it that night and it was very good. And the first one is amazing. I'm telling you, it's worth watching. Was a nightmare. It's far from perfect, but I still loved it. That's okay. I think that is absolutely fine. That's the best parts of finding a game and stuff like that, is where you're like, okay. It doesn't have to be perfect, but it hits you the right way. Oh, that's all that matters. Like I said, I'm gonna say this, and I know that this is not exactly a fair comparison, but like Journey is not a game that I ever thought would make me cry. And I don't think like it's a perfect game for like emotions. Like there's a lot of emotions that you get, but it's not necessarily like that. But the way that everything kind of came together, the way that that when I played it, it hit me in that way that it was a totally different experience, and not one that I could ever have just had normally. So mean, I watched the movie with Sting. Does that count? I have no idea. I've seen bits of that one, and I never saw it though. We stand David Lynch in this house, Sheeb. Hey, listen, I've not heard bad things about it. I've seen some things about it, and it looks a little goofy. I'm not gonna lie. All right, sorry. Let me jump into this next one real quick, and you guys can keep on throwing the chats in chat, man. I'm here for it. I'm just gonna go over this next one. Oh, it's the hottest mess. I would like to see it though. I feel like now I'm gonna have to see it. Become an astronaut. NASA. Let me just zoom in here a little bit. NASA astronauts have been traveling to space for more than 6 decades and living there continuously since 2000. Now, NASA's Artemis program is preparing to land the first woman and the next man on the moon. The Orion spacecraft atop the the Space Station Space Launch System, the SLS. Rocket will carry humans farther into space than they've ever gone before for a mission to the moon and eventually to Mars. NASA is accepting applicants for astronauts. The astronaut requirements have changed with NASA's goals and missions. Today, to be considered for an astronaut position, applicants must meet the following qualifications: be a U.S. citizen, have a master's degree in a STEM. This is the same stuff that we did in the other one, but Plenty threw this in here. She wants to be an astronaut. I'm hoping that she gets it. But yeah, definitely. I guess if you want to try to be an astronaut, or apply, they have the qualifications here and stuff. Master's degree requirement can also be met with 2 years of work towards a doctoral program, completed doctorate of medicine, or completion in these other things. So you can kind of circumvent some of the other stuff that they're kind of asking for by doing some of this other stuff. Very cool. I hope that one day it is plenty, just so that I can say, yeah, I knew her. It's like if Dune and Hitchhiker's Galaxy had a fever dream baby. Listen, that sounds funny. Also, I know about the other Dune books, so I think they're gonna do the part 1 and part 2 was the first book. I think that they're gonna do Messiah as well, or Denis Villeneuve is going to do Messiah as well. And I think that's going to be it, because I'm pretty sure after that, the books get real fucking weird. And I think they don't want to do that, so. I didn't think about that. There's never been a woman to the moon, right? I'm very excited for some of this new stuff that we're going to be able to do. Biggest dream as a child, if I ever get rich, I want to do a space flight. Listen. If I can ever facilitate that for you as well. Listen, I would love to do it as well. I'm also just very afraid, but I would love to do that as well. I'd love to go to space. They just get dense. No, there's a part where somebody is part human, part worm, my dude. That shit gets weird. God Emperor of Dune is a lot. Yeah, they get real weird. Cyclo, dense, come on, my dude. They get weird, which is fine. It's not a bad thing. It's just, I don't think they're gonna do it. They're not gonna put it onto a movie, you know? Yeah, like I said, if I can ever facilitate going to the moon, even, or going to space, even, I should say, more space. Listen, even if it's, together, listen, I'm there, man. I would love to go to space. I was going to point to my space theme, but it's not here right now. My space theme is on the other scene. It's because I like space. Space is cool. And I didn't care for it. Hey, there you go, Cyclo. Sheep's telling you, man. How's Vash doing? He's doing good. He's not able to hang out this tonight. I don't think he was in the chat or anything. He hasn't been in the chat. I don't know if he's been lurking or anything, but he is helping somebody fix up their place. He's doing some painting and stuff. Dude is doing great. He should be streaming Friday. If you get a minute, I'm sure he would appreciate seeing your lovely name. I know we don't get to see your lovely face when you come in and chat with us, but we'd love to see that lovely name. What is OA, man? I don't know what OA is. They're weird sentinel fortune telling octopus. I don't know what that is. He deserves only the best. Yeah, Netflix show. Oh, okay. I don't know it, man. But I'm not saying that they couldn't get away with it. I just don't think Denis Villeneuve wants to do another Dune movie. I think he said he wants to do the Messiah one, but that's it. I think that's what he said. That was going to be it for him. So if somebody else picks it up, I mean, whoever distributes that movie might do more of those, man. That'd be crazy. Yeah, he's been doing good though. I know his cats have been giving him some problems like mine have. Not in the same way. His cats are they go back and forth between really liking each other and really hating each other. It is so weird. They get in like little tantrums against each other. So other than that, cats do be cats. Yep. My cats are doing it right now only because Mr. Midnight went to the vet or the ER or whatever, and so he smells weird. So my other cat Coraline has been kind of a butthole to him. All right. Max plans to join Netflix in cracking down on password sharing this year. That's right, guys. Everybody's doing it. Also, just because I keep on seeing it. You guys notice I've been growing, the facial hair a little bit. I've not been doing anything special with it, but I've been letting it go, not really doing anything. And I always talk about how, I grow 2 mustaches. Why did I see somebody talk about people who don't grow the middle of their mustache as having eyebrows for their mouth? Why you guys got to do this to me? Why I got to have eyebrows for my mouth? I don't like this. I don't know what the hell I'm doing. My mustache does not grow in very well. It's just is what it is. It looks great. Hey, listen, I love that. I appreciate that. But also, I don't know. I'm just letting it go. I'm just gonna let my outside look like my inside. Just rough and just all over the fucking place. Just put some Rogaine on there. No, man, it's not like it. It's not like it's balding. It just never grew there, man. Come on. Would that work? I don't even know if it would. You know what I'll do is I'll have my tattoo guy just fake put. Oh, never mind. Hold on. I was gonna say I'll have him fill this in, but then I thought, what if I shave my mustache off? Oh, that's not a good look. That's not it. That's not a good look. Never mind. I'm taking it back. I'm not sure. Experiment and let me know. Some sort of lip toupee. Not a doctor. Hey, I mean, listen, you might be. We don't know. Also, doctor is such a broad term. You could be a doctor, but it could be not in anything medical or even hair related. So, shoo. Warner Bros. Discovery is looking to follow in Netflix's. God bless him. Let me start over. Warner Brothers Discovery is looking to follow Netflix's. God bless him. Netflix's. Why is Netflix's a weird word to say? Yeah, go ahead, try it. I'm telling you, Netflix's is a weird word to say. Netflix is why. Netflix's footsteps with a crackdown on password sharing, according to the CEO and president of streaming and games, JB Peretta. The streaming head commented on the studio's upcoming approach during a conversation at a Morgan Stanley event. He referenced Netflix's effort in the field of password sharing when stating that Max subscribers will be faced with similar practices later this year. Details on how Max will combat password sharing are a mystery, but it sounds like the plan is to begin in 2024 and continue the crackdown in 2025. Not an MD, thank you, but you could be. All you gotta do is go to school for way too long for something unrelated to what you're going to school for now. Easy. So yeah, if you have Max, I know that somebody else just said that they were going to be doing something very similar. Disney, I think, maybe. So expect that this could be a pattern that continues. I knew that if Netflix's did well, that they would only keep doing it with everybody else. Also, Sheeb, since you're here as well, I am also doing the tank top because I finally got the last of my my Zelda sleeve all finished up. They finished up all this blue at the top here, some of this purple down in the middle, and then a bunch of this purple and red. So these are all brand new. I'm just kind of letting it finish up healing and everything, but yeah, that's why the shoulders are out, my dude. But yeah, I wanted to show it off because my man did such a good job at really helping me out with a lot of the things that he was doing and everything. So all of my Zelda sleeve is just about complete now. I have maybe a couple of little things I may have him touch up and work on a little bit down the line, but as for a full thing, it's all kind of done. I'm so happy. I'm gonna be so happy when it's all healed up. Oh, no, you. Thank you though. I appreciate that. Yeah, he does a really good job. Really good work. I really appreciate everything he's done to kind of bring it all together and put it into a final package at this point. And like I said, I might always do some little things here and there. Gosh darn it, Cyclo. I can't have the memes channel up over here on the right because Cyclo's just dropping fire memes over here. If you guys, I'm gonna go ahead and do it. I'm gonna go ahead and do it, guys. If you're not already in the Discord, make sure you go over and check it out. There has been 3 pretty fire memes just dropped over since the beginning of the stream. They find me. They're pretty good. Listen, I'm so glad that they are, you know. So make sure you guys are checking it out. It's so good. And if you guys didn't know, there is a Flash reward on stream. And it used to just be flash me in the face, which was great, you know, really, really awesome stuff. But now it actually takes a photo and drops it in the Discord. There's some good things over there to check out. If you want to see me just absolutely look like an idiot, just a deer in the headlights, as it were, man, that is such a good spot to do it. You can really be seeing some things. A couple of those are just, I mean, absolutely phenomenal. Sorry, I just went back through them again. Oh, they're fire. All right. We have quite a bit more, and I knew this was going to go a little long because didn't get a stream yesterday, so we're kind of getting into it today. So we're going to have a little more. So we're definitely going to be running over on time for news today. No biggie. Netflix has confirmed Avatar: The Last Airbender Season 2 and 3. So apparently they did the live action Last Airbender show or whatever. I didn't realize. I don't know much about Last Airbender. I never saw it or anything. Apparently it's multiple seasons and that was just the first season or something. I have no idea. I guess I feel like I'm out of the loop on this, but apparently they are going to do another season 2 and 3, I guess. I felt like I had heard like that the show was okay. The Last Airbender show, the live action one, was okay. Okay, so maybe that's good. But they kind of dropped this little visual thing for people to look at, you know. Hello all. The person who has redeemed this reward would like you to know that they are
First!
Uh-oh, who's first? What's happening? Why you do this? Excuse me, mouse. I would like to be up here. I'll look at who's first in a second. You just stop it. Ollie! Yo! Ollie has been first 2 times now. Listen, if you see the first in there, you got to redeem it. You got to check it. If you don't, we go an hour and 40 minutes into the stream before somebody redeemed it. You have never seen the original Avatar series? I have not. I'm so sorry. Please, please, follow again, friend again, love again. I'm so sorry. I've been told many times that it's great and I need to go through it, and I will. I just don't know when. You know how life is crazy, man. You don't always have time. 20 seasons in One Piece. Also, I don't know why I always think, does One Piece have way more episodes than I think there is? Or do they have way less episodes than I think there is? It says it's at 198, which is not that many episodes. I thought that they had way more. That's my bad. I thought One Piece was way more intense than it is. So yeah, if you're excited about the Last Airbender stuff, they're going to be doing another 2 seasons. I tend to skip it. I've been at that age for a long time, which is why I haven't watched the Last Airbender, my dude. I'll get around to it. I promise. I promised everybody that one, but that one is one of those ones I'm gonna legitimately do because I know it's really good. All right, I wanted to talk about this one too because it is pretty big news. Rooster Teeth is going to be getting shut down by Warner Brothers Discovery. The Roost podcast is going to network is going to continue for right now. I did actually bring up the actual thing. I don't know much about Rooster Teeth. Apparently, this is like a big deal though. They've been around for like 21 years as it is, huh? A pioneer in digital content creation is going away. Rooster Teeth, a subsidiary of Warner Brothers Discovery, Global Streaming, and Interactive Entertainment, announced this morning that it is ceasing operations after 21 years. The process starts today and is expected to take several months. The news was announced at an all-hands company meeting and shared in an internal memo by Rooster Teeth General Manager Jordan Levin. It is with a heavy heart that I announce Rooster Teeth is shutting down due to challenges facing digital media resulting from fundamental shifts in consumer behavior and monetization across platforms, advertising, and patronage. I think they were the folks behind the Bendy series. Maybe. I know they're behind, what is that one Cycle was saying, Red versus Blue or something? There was like a show on YouTube or something, Red versus Blue, something like that. The Roost Podcast Network will remain in operation while WBD evaluates outside interests in the acquiring this growing asset. There is Rooster Teeth branded content in the WBD pipeline, which also will stay put, including a movie that will be released soon by Warner Brothers Home Entertainment. Yeah, sure. Warner Brothers is also the one who has that Coyote versus Acme movie that they made and then are never going to release. So anything that is in their pipeline does not mean that it's ever going to be released. They're also exploring options for Rooster Teeth's catalog content and IPs such as Red vs. Blue, RWBY, and Gen Lock. I don't know any of these. I am so sorry. Sorry, I'm just trying to see if there was anything else in there. No. So from my understanding is Rooster Teeth also owns like a bunch of other media companies too. Like So on YouTube, there's like the slow-mo guys. I don't know if you guys have ever seen the slow-mo guys. I actually quite like checking out their stuff every so often. Their stuff is really, really entertaining and very very slow. But apparently that brand is owned by Rooster Teeth, which is in turn owned by Warner Brothers Discovery, which is super interesting now, because if Rooster Teeth is going away, then I'm assuming that is just owned by Warner Brothers. And so I'm wondering if they're going to have, like, these companies are going to have to like buy their way out of from Warner Brothers and stuff now. I'm kind of interested. RWBY, what is RWBY? Because I don't know what that one is. I've heard of Red versus Blue. I know of it. I've never seen it though. So this is pretty huge. This could be very interesting to see as time goes on. How this actually, how this all kind of shakes out. Going to be interesting or very shady for this? Yes. Yeah, there's a couple of these weird IPs that they're trying to sell off, but like I said, there's like IPs that people like on YouTube, like technically like they're under that IP, but then they're gonna, like I said, that one is really interesting to me too, because Warner Brothers is specifically saying like, oh yeah, we're looking for people to buy these other ones, but like those other ones are not getting talked about right now. So an anime series they made? Oh really? That's pretty cool. Yeah, they made a bunch of really cool content from what I understand. So people are definitely pretty sad, especially after 21 years. That's a long time. So yeah, definitely worth talking about. Hopefully everybody who kind of gets let go, I think they said it's like 150 employees or something like that. Hopefully they all find some jobs, or that they can, start to maybe branch off and find some ways to start monetizing themselves or whatever, whatever that looks like. But yeah, pretty crazy stuff, guys. Cool. Let's go over, no, let's do this one last, because this one has some stuff that goes with the last couple of things. Dune Part 2 director sent a laptop to a dying man so he could see the movie before the film's release. I read this. I just think these are always really cool. I think it didn't entirely work out, but the idea and everything kind of being what happened, Let me get into it a little bit here. So director Denis Villeneuve, I always try to say his name right, I'm not doing it right, but arranged an early screening for Dune Part 2 for a dying fan more than a month before the film came to theaters. In an interview with the Washington Post, Jose Gagnon, I don't know, I'm so sorry. Names are the worst. I'm sure I'm messing all of them up. Founder of Canadian charity L'Avant. Oh my god. Avant. L'Avant. Told the story of a palliative? I've never seen that word. Care facility patient's dying wish. The individual, a French man in his 50s whose identity is being kept secret, which is good, had hoped to see Dune Part 2, but in early January was only given a few weeks to live, with the sequel's premiere not set till March. L'Avant stepped in, laying the groundwork on Facebook to hopefully get in contact with Villeneuve and arrange for the person to see the film early. I hate consonants at the end of the word. Okay. L'Avant. Gagnon called the effort a race against the clock, but the wish came true. One of Villeneuve's assistants was able to fly out to where the patient was staying with the director's laptop and access to the full film. On January 16th, the screening was a private moment that saw curtains closed and cell phones tucked away. It allowed the man to see the film weeks before its global premiere. Although he was only able to make it through half of the nearly 3-hour movie. It was well worth it because the man who had a very difficult start to life saw an extremely important people mobilized to fulfill his final wish. He died only a few days later. So it is incredible. Everybody kind of rallied and kind of made this happen. It's very cool. I love kind of seeing this stuff where people are just knowing that it's such a little thing, and it's not little, but it is kind of a small thing in the scale of everything. People just kind of doing this for somebody who's ultimately going to be passing away soon, just to kind of give them that last little bit. And I always just love seeing this stuff. I love highlighting this stuff because I think it's just cool. And yeah, I was like, okay, cool. Like, yeah, he didn't, he got to see some of the film. He didn't get to see all of it, whatever. That's not the important part. It's exactly what they're saying. Like, seeing all these people mobilized to get his wish, completed and everything. Just to, really show him how much he mattered and stuff. I think it's just really cool. And I always really, really like that stuff. So, very, very cool stuff. I'm officially here now. Had to watch my Demon of a Little Brother for a moment. Hey, no problem. Thank you so much for the raid, Ollie. How was your stream? How you doing? How was your meetup the other day, if you don't mind me asking? If it's a little personal, don't feel like you ever have to share, Ollie. We're all good. It's amazing. This coming from a future therapist, bringing someone else joy is the highest goal in life. Right. I agree. Even for a moment is the highest calling. Yeah, I agree. And that's why I saw that and I was like, it's not even news. It's not even anything that crazy, but it's worth highlighting. It's worth showing off how good people can be, Because, in the world of everything just being shit, it's kind of nice to not have everything be shit sometimes. Amazing. I had a lot of fun. I am so happy to hear that. I hope you guys have lots of more meetups and fun to have in the future, Ollie. All right, back to everything being shit. I'm so sorry. But as much as I don't want to dunk on Apple does some really weird kind of shady stuff. So Apple deletes Epic developers account, stalling plans of building a game store on iOS. Apple is facing another hurdle in its return to iOS. In a new blog post, Epic shared a letter sent by Apple's lawyers describing the game company as verifiably untrustworthy, saying that Epic's prior actions meant that it could not be trusted to comply with the developer agreement. As a result, Epic says that it plans to release a third-party app store on iOS. That its plans to release a third-party app store on iOS are paused due to Apple terminating its developers' accounts. So I'm pretty sure Apple was getting forced to have to start to allow like some third-party app stores and stuff. Not in the US. I think it's over in EU. And they essentially were like, we can't give these people a developer account because they're verifiably untrustworthy. So they're like, yes, we're supposed to be allow people to. But if you don't have a developer account, how could you? Come on, Apple. A little over 500 on you. Oh, look at you, Ollie. Good. You deserve it all, Ollie. You're a genuinely amazing person. I'm very happy for you. That's great. I'm glad you had a great time. Like I said, hopefully you get to have more of those. All right, everything being shit. Mood. So I just wanted to highlight this one. This one's very little, very kind of just very generic. I just wanted to kind of go over it and just calling people out on their shit sometimes, and Apple definitely does this every so often. Tim Sweeney then was like talking about how he's not an Apple hater. He really thinks that they're great and all this stuff, and they're kind of getting in their own way and kind of doing all these other things. So I just thought that was so weird that they were like how do we stop them from doing this? Just delete their account. And like, okay, cool. Man. All right, so these last three all kind of go together. So this first one is just everything that was over on the Xbox partner preview that just, I think, was either today or yesterday. I don't know which day, but there was a couple of announcements and stuff. We'll just go over what was announced real quick, and then I actually have two of the videos announcements that were I wanted to highlight because I think they're cool. And then we'll wrap the news up. So first, Unknown 9 Awakening gets a new gameplay trailer and is out this summer. I try to look at all of these. I don't remember all of them. I don't think Unknown 9 was one that I specifically remember. Sleight of Hand is the next game from Framed creator Joshua Boggs. Sleight of Hand looks interesting. It's just they showed off like it was a CG trailer. It was like a person who was like doing a lot of combat with like cards that she was drawing and stuff, and then using those to like, you know, move around and teleport and stuff. It kind of looked interesting. I'd be interested to see what the actual gameplay looks like, but could be very cool. Oh my god, my mouse gets a little sticky. I don't know why. It's not because of what you're thinking, you weirdos, but the scroll wheel on this mouse kind of gets like weirdly stuck every so often. I don't know. Don't be gross about it though. 11-Bit Studios upcoming sci-fi game The Alters gets new gameplay trailer but no release date. This is one of the ones I want to show off. This game still looks amazing. We looked at it a little while ago. Still looks great. Creatures of Ava looks like a more cozier version of Pow World. I looked at this. It looks fine. I guess it does kind of look like Pow World, I guess, collecting a bunch of monsters and shit. There's a Roblox game that allows you to play as Chucky, but only for a limited time. I saw the trailer for this one. It does not look good. The long-awaited sequel to The Sinking City 2 is out next year. I don't know anything about The Sinking City, but the trailer looked pretty interesting, but it's a CG trailer and I don't know anything about it, so I didn't really want to show it off as I don't really know what's going on. But if you do like The Sinking City, there's going to be a sequel next year. And it could be very good. My mouse likes to scroll up when I'm scrolling down sometimes. Yeah, kind of the same thing. Is the city still sinking? It could be. I have no idea. It looked like, you know what it looked like? It kind of looked like an old, it gave me like Silent Hill vibes mixed with what is the one I'm thinking of? Oh man, I can't even think of what it is. The Cthulhu kind of things. What is that? What is that called? Why can I not think of it? I was trying to see. Lovecraftian. Yeah. It's kind of Silent Hill, Lovecraftian horror kind of stuff. Kraken? Yeah, kind of. I was trying to think of the actual person. H.P. Lovecraft is the person who kind of came up with a lot of that stuff, so they always call it Lovecraftian. Yeah, it's kind of that vibe. It looks good. I mean, I would love to see like more like actual gameplay, so we're not going to get into that one too much. A full release of Final Fantasy XIV for Xbox is out in a few weeks. Oh, okay. I guess if you like Final Fantasy XIV. Oh, that's the MMO one too. That's cool. The first 3 Stalker games are getting remasters for modern consoles. I looked a little bit. It's okay. I don't know Stalkers that well, so. Monster Jam Showdown is a new racing game with monster trucks. Watched this one as well, just because I was like, hey, why not? And it is legitimately just a monster truck game. where you can do monster truck arena stuff and racing. Davy Jones from like Pirate of the Caribbean? Kind of. Lovecraftian would be like Cthulhu, like big like otherworldly monsters. It's kind of hard to explain, actually. Persona 3 Reloaded episode Aegis DLC has been announced. I don't know what this means. I'm so out on Persona stuff, and I'm so sorry that that's a thing. I know people will probably love Persona. I just can't get into it. The first Berserker gets a new trailer and a release window. I didn't think that I saw the trailer for this. So if I do come across it later and it's good, I'll put it in for tomorrow. Tales of Kenzera Zao looks beautiful in a new gameplay trailer. Didn't see this one either, so again, if I see it later on, I'll throw it in for tomorrow. Frostpunk 2 gets a July release date and a new trailer. We are gonna check out this new trailer. If you guys have not seen Frostpunk, I'm telling you, it looks so good. If you guys need what was I gonna say? I want to say reintroduction, but that's not what I'm thinking of. You guys need to see it again. We'll totally watch that first trailer again. That first trailer slaps, guys. Capcom's Kinitsu Gami Path of the Goddess will be released sometimes this year. So, Cyclo, I think this is that. Okay, yeah. So I watched the trailer for this, bro. I don't think I'm as interested now once I saw some of the gameplay. Yeah, but I don't know why, but the original one was really piquing my interest, and this one maybe not as interested. I'm definitely I'm gonna keep an open mind for when it actually comes out, and I'll check it out, or check out people playing it and see if it's something. But it looks interesting. Like during the day, you're kind of getting forces together and then kind of building up like your area, and then at night you get like attacked and you have to like defend yourself, and then you keep on doing that. I don't know, it kind of looks interesting, but it's not super interesting to me. We'll see. Capcom is very good, so you gotta trust them a little bit. Oh, that was it. Okay, so yeah, I'm interested to see if that ends up being pretty good. I may be, my hype might have gotten dampened just a little bit. The concepts and everything look amazing in it, like all the monsters and the creatures and everything. The art, everything looks really good in it. Just the game, I just don't know if I'm interested in it or not. So all right, so the first trailer I want to show, see how it plays exactly. I want to show is The Altars. So a trailer came out for this a couple months back, and I was like, oh, this looks pretty interesting. And then they're kind of showing off a little bit more gameplay kind of stuff, and I still think this really looks interesting. So I figured I'd show you this. This is 3.5 minutes. I don't really like showing off long trailers, but I think this one is it's definitely kind of worth it. So let's take a look here.
What if you could change the decisions you regret in your life and see the outcomes of those choices with your very own eyes? The Altars tells the story of Jan Dolsky, a simple miner who survived a crash landing on a hostile planet.
The game does look beautiful,
He quickly realizes that what was supposed to be a lifetime job opportunity turns into a desperate fight for his life. Jan will need to handle a large mobile base that's designed to be operated by an entire team of qualified personnel. Even worse, the planet Jan landed on revolves around a deadly, scorching star. Escaping the sunrise is crucial for survival. Despite his best efforts, Jan simply lacks the time and skills to deal with all these problems on his own. But the planet Jan is stranded on is home to a mysterious substance called Rapidium. With its use and the help of the quantum computer on board, Jan is able to create alternative versions of himself. The Alters. Each one of them is a result of altering a crucial decision from Jan's past. The Alters are a reflection of the questions he asks himself. What if I never left my hometown? What if I didn't drop out of college? What if I fought harder to save my marriage? Our Alters have the necessary knowledge and skills that we desperately need to succeed. But they also come with their own goals, ambitions, and fears, all derived from their different life paths. And that can generate problems.
Stop pretending you have any idea how I feel. Incompetence, incoherent decision-making, a groundbreaking mission on the verge of failure. Damn, I just hope I don't f*** everything up again. You want a relationship that lasts, put some effort in it.
Each Jan is a different person. It will be extremely difficult to keep everyone happy.
You gotta learn how to say no sometimes.
But we must do whatever we can, because as the mission goes on, the challenges will only pile up. Obstacles on the outside, internal tensions that could prove to be even more dangerous. And with a ticking clock of the deathly sun behind our backs, the only way home is to press forward.
Depressed Stranding. Yo, Paulie, what's happening, buddy? Be funnier if you were they were random, you just kept rolling cycles. I bet you probably can play it random, man. I'm sure you probably can. Yeah, Paulie, what's happening, buddy? How you doing, man? Welcome on in. I just think this is a cool idea because it's like it's all the same guy and you're just choosing him at different at different like universes and branches of like where his life would be and stuff, and it's all kind of him dealing with him. I don't know, I was like, it's kind of a cool idea. And then it's just kind of like management, and at that point, like people management stuff. It's kind of it's a cool idea. I don't know how it'll be as a game around, but I was like, that's cool. What if I didn't eat a cheeseburger? Pure psycho. So yeah, I think this one could be really cool. It's supposed to be sometime this year. I'm excited to like I said, see whenever it does come out. The other one is Frostpunk. Man, so this is the release date trailer. I feel like let's watch this one, and then I feel like we should watch the original announcement one, because the announcement one hits so hard. But yeah, let's take a look at this one real quick. It's a quick like minute or something. Let's just take a look. So this is the release date trailer for Frostpunk 2. So the other thing they're kind of showing off here is if you buy the deluxe version, you get some beta access in April, which is part of the sandbox mode. Apparently there's going to be some post release content, 3 DLCs that you'll get as well, and 72 hours story mode before release, plus some apparently some a digital version of the upcoming Frostpunk anthology, a digital art book, and soundtrack. Probably not a bad idea. But this game looks amazing. I feel like it looks really, really good. I know it's like just a city builder, but I feel like it looks really good. And I'm telling you this, I think it's this one. Yeah. This one, the gameplay trailer goes so hard. It should not go this hard. So I just wanted to show you guys real quick this one too, because it legit shouldn't go as hard as it goes.
Steward. Honorable Steward.
Steward!
Almighty Steward. Do you hear us, Steward?
Do you hear us?
Steward, are you listening? Steward? The great storm wiped the world clean.
Let's take it back.
But how?
The steward will choose our path.
Steward, build us a better home.
A home for everyone! Steward, we still lack so many things.
People are starving.
More people, more mouths to feed.
They treat us like animals, left to suffocate. We need a place to work.
Who else will feed our families?
Steward, this squalor will kill her.
Steward!
Where are the homes you've promised?
Can we all receive equal rations?
Hospitals are not a place for experiments. Free education for our children.
Secure and stable growth. City for the citizens!
Steward, hear your people!
We want a say in how we run the city.
The time of tyranny has ended.
Our delegates will make sure of that.
Let them vote.
Yes, vote.
Steward!
Do you hear us?
Steward!
Steward, what about us?
What?
Impossible.
Steward, did you hear that? The city was not.
You see what I'm saying? That trailer goes pretty hard. Yeah, I'm definitely gonna check this one out when it does come out. Yeah, it looks really good. I know, like I said, it's just gonna be a city builder. It won't be like a stream game or anything. I think it's one of those ones you could just dump hours and hours and hours into. So I'm excited. I'm gonna definitely check it out in July apparently. So I'm pretty hyped for that. Yeah, I think that's gonna go ahead and do it for the news today. We had quite a bit today, definitely a lot of talking and hanging out today. I'm glad. I appreciate y'all. We are gonna go ahead and play some Brothers: A Tale of Two Sons. It's the remake of that game, but that's gonna go ahead and wrap it up for the news. I will see y'all on the other side.